Well, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another week of Catechism Corner. So excited to have you guys again tuning in for another video, and this week's video is question number 25. So go ahead and get your app or your books out, and let's review question 25. And question 25 says this: does Christ's death mean all our sins can be forgiven? And the answer is yes. Because Christ's death on the cross fully paid the penalty for our sin, God will remember our sins no more. And the verse tied with this particular biblical truth is 2 Corinthians 5:21, one of my favorites. And it says, "For our sake he made him to be sin who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God." Man, I love the truth in question number 25 for this week. It is such an important thing that we grasp onto this. All the sins that we've ever committed have been forgiven. All right? And even the sins that we haven't yet committed in the future, God has also forgiven those. So the past, the present, and the future sins have all been forgiven in Jesus Christ, because we're not saved by what we do, but we're saved by faith in Jesus, and we receive the grace of God through that faith. You see, I was raised in a church that taught me that if I didn't confess my sins every week to the pastor, that I wouldn't be forgiven of my sins at all. That all of my past sins had been forgiven, but any future sins that I would commit, I would have to continue to go back and back again to the pastor, and he would have to, in Jesus' name, forgive me of my sin. And if I didn't get a chance to go to that pastor that week, and let's say I died, I would spend eternity separated from God. Even though I loved him, it was just because on the technicality that I didn't get to share my sins with the pastor for that week. You can imagine this made me very scared as a little boy, all the way up through middle school and high school. This was terrifying. But then when I heard the gospel for the first time and that Jesus had died for my sin, past, present, and future, this completely changed my life and helped me to understand that I'm not saved by what I do or my performance or my good works or how holy or righteous I am or how well I remember to do holy and religious things. No, I'm saved by faith alone in Jesus Christ, and it's because of God's grace and because of what he did on the cross that I'm able to take hold of this wonderful and great salvation. Well, I'm going to put some discussion questions on the screen for you and your family to talk about in regards to this question for this week. Well, guys, thank you for tuning into Catechism Corner. I hope that was encouraging to you. And also stay tuned to next week on next Tuesday when we drop more Catechism Corner questions. Until then, peace!